How y'all doing now? That is just easy work boxing, baby. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Once again, y'all, hope everybody's safe and had a good weekend. It's time to talk about this boxing, baby. You know, for those who watch the channel, you know, I talk about more, but today is going to be about this boxing because boxing is getting hot. You understand me? When you got legends of the game of rap, you know, even though I criticize them, but at the same time, we still, you know, no, this is Snoop. I know that this is Snoop Dogg with Triller, you know, bringing more excitement to boxing. You know, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, has announced that he will be July the 3rd. Oscar De La Hoya will return. We don't know who he's fighting or who he may fight, but he says he's not doing exhibition matches. He said he coming back to do the real deal boxing. So you got to give a shout out to a legend like that, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, for coming back into the ring, you know, taking a risk at his age, and the rest of them, Mike Tyson, you know, Roy Jones Jr., all of them that's trying to come back out there, you know. Chris Bird, a lot former heavyweight champion Chris Bird, you know, he is fighting again once again. So, you know, you gotta give a shout out to these guys, you know, for loving what they craft, and even at their age, you know, still loving the sport, you know, and coming back, exciting the fans, you know. So I give them all full credit for that. But also Dillian Whyte, I got to give a shout out to Dillian Whyte. I always go in on Dillian Whyte. I always do, you know. But I have become a fan of Dillian Whyte. I like Dillian Whyte. I like what he brings to boxing. He show he has heart. You know, he's not no. Sorry, y'all, I'm having microphone problems, but he's not a pushover guy. You know, he can come back, he can adapt, and he can win a fight. I would love to see him versus Deontay Wilder now. I would always talk trash about Dillian Whyte for talking trash about Deontay Wilder. But I honestly have to say I became a fan of Dillian Whyte. I would love to see Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. That's a hard fight to judge. A lot of people don't know Dillian Whyte is a kickboxing champion as well. Just to let you know, I know it has nothing to do with boxing, but I became a fan of Dillian Whyte. I became a fan of his this weekend. What you say? Come on, he's an Oscar weirdo, been like this the whole time. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he may be a weirdo. But, you know, it's good to have, you know, Oscar, you know, back in the ring. You know, I like to see the legends come back, the real OGs of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I love to see them come back. And like he said, I wouldn't be surprised to see who Oscar De La Hoya fights. Because like he said, he fought the best, and that's all he intends to do is fight the best. And we all know Oscar is 100 by that death. Oscar De La Hoya gonna come out and make do what he do. Like I said in the last video, we also got Javier Fortuna and Ryan Garcia. The WBC is pushing this fight now. What is Ryan Garcia gonna do? You gonna run, Ryan? You gonna push Javier Fortuna to the side like you did Tank Davis? You still talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao ain't studying you. Manny Pacquiao talking about he want to go fight Michael Garcia, and you still out here talking about pushing people to the side. You the only champion I ever seen. I mean, the only number one, mandatory I ever seen that don't want to go and fight for a title. Devin Haney is standing right there in front of you with a belt, and you the number one mandatory, and you don't want to fight for a title. He doesn't want to fight for a title. When have y'all ever seen that in boxing? I've never seen that. He keeps saying, "Oh, when the time comes, I'm gonna fight Devin Haney." The time is now. The time Ryan Garcia needs to figure out whether or not he want to be an Instagram model or if he want to be in movies or what. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with the public. You're a good fighter. You know, I like what you did against Luke Campbell. You showed a lot of heart. You showed that you're not out there, you know, just running your mouth and can't back it up. But at the same time, lately you've been running your mouth and look like you ain't willing to back it up. You're not gonna fight Tank. Leave Tank alone. Look like Manny Pacquiao don't even want to be bothered with you. Leave him alone. Go out there and fight the people that wants to fight you. But at the same time, Javier Fortuna is being dug by both Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. So, you know, everybody loves to talk about how Devin Haney is the boogeyman. Good fighter. Got a lot of skills. A lot of skills. But we got to come on with the fact Javier Fortuna been calling him out too. The email champion name didn't come from nowhere. And Javier Fortuna was the fighter that started that. Let's see what else going on in boxing. You know, we got Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders coming up soon. Me personally, I'm gonna ride with Canelo on that. I know a lot of people, you know, especially UK fans, you know. Billy Joe is a special fighter himself. But I feel that Canelo will eventually break him down and beat him. Hmoney, what's up with you? How you doing today, bro?
Yo, what's good? Easy work popping, my brother.
Not much, man. Just chilling, man. Enjoying this pretty Sunday.
Absolutely easy, man. I see you been cooking, man. Hey, easy if you could unblock me, you know, so I could be in the chat and I could show support. I would appreciate that, my brother, because you know I always been subscribed to your channel for a very long time, and you know you always bring that pressure, man. Shout outs to Alabama.
You unblocked, ain't it?
Nah, I'm still blocked. You got to go to your YouTube studio and then go to community, and then it'll show you like who's blocked and shit. You know what I mean? And you just remove it. I know it's all good.
I apologize about that.
It's all good. Yeah. Man, I know you've been busy, man. What you thought about Dillian Whyte's performance last night?
Man, I think I became a fan of Dillian Whyte. I love what I used to just dislike him, but after I watched an interview after the fight, when he was talking about he want to smash Wilder face in and just seeing his character, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no bad dude, man, and he a good fighter. And I just became a fan of him. I rock with him now. He did a spectacular job. He went out there and he got his get back. He got his get back.
So, I mean, what's next for Dillian Whyte? Do you think a fight between Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder is long overdue? Do you think that fight should have happened a long time ago? And do you think Deontay Wilder is ready for Dillian Whyte? Or does Deontay Wilder need a tune-up fight?
I think that fight should have happened a long time ago, and I think that Deontay Wilder actually was the one who did not want to fight Dillian Whyte. And I'm from Alabama, if anybody hear this, but when I talk about boxing, it's real deal. Because why is it that when Dillian Whyte wanted to fight you, you told this man that he had to fight Luis Ortiz in order for you to fight him? That sounds like some ducking shit. Now Wilder is in a position really where if he want to get back in the lineup for them titles, the best person to fight is Dillian Whyte. You see what I'm saying? So now we're going to really see what's going on.
I've been talking to some Wilder fans, and they saying that they think Dillian Whyte should go do something else. Like they said everything, but let's make that Dillian Whyte fight. I heard him say, "Oh, Dillian Whyte needs to go fight this person." And I like Wilder. I know Wilder personally, but I'm not a fanboy. You're from Alabama. You know what I mean? You're from Wilder's home state, but you're just being honest. Like now, I remember Deontay Wilder in the past saying that, you know, he'll fight Dillian Whyte in 2 years. Like, yeah, I know, man, it was like all type of different scenarios, but I never heard Wilder say, okay, I want to fight Wilder. I want to fight Dillian Whyte next. I never heard him, you know what I mean? And the funny part is Deontay Wilder, his initials are DW. Deontay Wilder. Dillian Whyte initials are DW Dillian Whyte. So you know what I mean? It's kind of funny, but at the same time, Wilder needs to get back in that ring. Now, I would rather see Wilder fight against Dillian Whyte than watch Wilder fight against Charles Martin. What about you?
I would rather see that too. I would rather see him fight Dillian Whyte than Charles Martin. I've been wanting to see that fight because of the trash talk so bad. Like when they talk trash to each other like that, the way they come across, those fights have to be made. Hold on, let me welcome a guest on my channel, Primo. What's up with you?
What's the deal? Easy work, man. Just chilling.
Nothing much. I'm listening to Hmoney. He going in. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Hmoney kill it.
So what's good, Hmoney?
Yo, what's good, my brother? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
What you think about what we're talking about, man? Do you feel like Wilder ducked Dillian Whyte in the past? Do you agree with that?
Oh, for sure, but I don't think he was doing it out of like emotion, like him fearing him. I think he was doing it out of logistics. You know what I'm saying? The way he was trying to work his career. But was it last night or the night before when he fought Povetkin the second time? He looked to me just as wild throwing punches as Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a very interesting fight.
I think Dillian will get Wilder off the body shot.
Yeah. But honestly, I really think that if Wilder do come back, he gonna come with something different. I don't think he gonna come with this normal wild shit. I feel like he gonna come with some more tactical, precise movement shit, like being the true potential he got to be. Because everybody talking shit about Deontay Wilder right now, bro. Everybody.
I mean, I don't think. I think it possibly could. Let's say since he lost since a month after he lost to Fury, the last fight. If we would have seen him with a new trainer, he fired Mark Breland, he with a new trainer, we got new videos of him training, then yeah, I could possibly believe what you just said. But since we have seen him not in the gym, not running, not sparring, this is gonna be the same Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder, I love you, baby, but he's gonna keep it 100.
But no, I'm saying that from the perspective of if he do it the right way, build himself back up. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he made fucking, man, you got Andy Ruiz coming back against fucking what's his name?
Chris Arreola.
Chris Arreola. Yeah, there you go. Chris Arreola. Like, come on, bro. This man is about to be 40 years old. But I mean, if Deontay Wilder come back against maybe like a Joseph Parker or Charles Martin, you know what I'm saying? And either he keep up that KO streak, or even like I said, fight like a technical fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, he's under the same promotional company as Mayweather. If he gets some type of tactics and tips from whatever trainer he decides to sign with next, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We could see a different Deontay Wilder, but I think his name's still in the mix.
You know, I think where heavyweight will actually like set him up there, you know, like really get him back hot, is if he fought Joe fucking Joyce.
I agree.
If he would beat Joe Joyce. But Joe Joyce, they don't call I got on there, I watched this man film. I thought this just a slow, robotic ass dude, couldn't do nothing. But that dude ain't nothing to play with, man.
His nickname ain't the Juggernaut for no reason.
He ain't nothing to play with, man.
Yeah.
Joe Joyce gonna bring it, bro.
Yo, that's one thing with heavyweights, bro. Everybody always got a chance.
He gonna bring it. I watched him. I was like, especially when he fought Daniel DeBois.
Yeah. DeBois. Same shit.
Give up. Had him give up. That showed a lot of his character too in the ring. A lot of people are gonna know now. They know his blueprint. You either hurt him, you get him to a point where you cut him or something, he gonna quit.
Nah. Well, I mean, he said he coming back and he gonna prove the critics wrong. You know what I'm saying? The dude is young. He younger than me. I believe he's 23 or 24. He young, and when you got an eye injury like that, just like with Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? People could say the same thing when he went against Triple G or Errol Spence. Bro could have kept going, but you could have had a serious damaging or a career-ending injury. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want that. That's your eyesight. You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero?
Yeah. Yeah.
You seen that hematoma he had on his head, and he still fought 12 rounds.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. That's a different type of injury, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't your eyesight. You gotta see.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he had a whole big ass hematoma on top of his goddamn head.
All right. Same thing. All right.
And his eye was black.
That's true. I'm gonna give you another example. When Badu Jack fought who was it, Marcus Brown? That nigga had a big ass split in between his head, in between his eyes. Yeah, it's still going, but it depends on where the cut and the injury is at. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like he went out like a fake ass body shot against or like a fight with Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. That shit was bullshit, bro.
They had to stop that fight though with Badu Jack. He was losing too much blood.
Right, yeah, and the cut kept getting bigger.
Yeah, they supposed to stop that after that round. Well, not after that round.
But what Hmoney got to say, man? I ain't hear you say nothing in a minute, big dog.
Yeah, I think they should have stopped that fight with Badu Jack and Marcus Brown. That was a nasty cut, and it wasn't like Badu Jack was competitive. Badu Jack was getting beat up in that fight. They should have stopped it. You know, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No, you good. Go ahead, Easy.
I was gonna ask you, is it true that Haney and Lennar is gonna fight soon?
Yeah, they close to getting a signed fight deal. We just ain't got no date yet.
Yep.
Fight.
You like that fight?
I like that fight, yeah. You know Lennar playing.
Yeah, Easy. I want you to come back to my channel, Easy, man. And like I said, I apologize. Last time it got kind of heated and shit on the panel, but I want to get you on there so you could talk to Bill Haney like a one-on-one. I want you to speak to the panel, please, bro. If you're available, any brother on the panel, he welcome too.
Hmoney, the past is the past, bro. We good, man. We rocking and rolling, man. We rocking and rolling, baby.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Devin Haney's next fight. I think Devin Haney's going, he gonna look stronger because he fought Gamboa with a broken hand. Even though he won every round against Gamboa, but he did fight him with a broken hand. So we want to see Devin Haney possibly go in there and look phenomenal, get the stoppage. We're looking for a knockout in this one, seriously.
Yeah, we'll see. That man couldn't even.
He had a broken hand against Gamboa though, Primo.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, he gonna counterpunch the hell out of Lennar.
Cause I seen that interview when he showed the scar.
Uppercut City. Y'all heard me.
You said Uppercut City?
Uppercut City. Devin Haney gonna uppercut Lenar's ass 118 times. Watch what I tell you. Pretty uppercuts.
We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely not going against what you're saying. I mean, Jorge and Lennar, this the back of his career.
Yeah,
I just hope that he's a better test than what fucking Maurice Hooker did with Virgil Ortiz. Maurice Hooker could have for sure. He could have for sure did more. He could have lasted longer.
Maurice Hooker his blueprint is written. It was the same blueprint that he lost to Jose Ramirez with.
But to me, he was doing better against Virgil Ortiz than Jose Ramirez.
Jose
Ramirez was tagging that boy ass up. He had to get stopped.
He was throwing that jab. That's what if you look at Virgil Ortiz's face, you seen how he marked up he was.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. He could have kept pressing the issue if he kept going on, but he was saying that he had a hand injury.
But he ain't a combination puncher and his arms are too long. Once you get close to him, he just ball up.
Yeah.
He don't even clinch.
Long ass reach.
Yeah, he don't even. He's supposed to clinch and turn his opponents into the corner. He don't clinch.
Yeah. I mean, not all fight. I mean, that's a part of different fighters' abilities. Not everybody does that. You know, some people block, some people dodge, or slip. Shall I say?
Blocking ain't working for him. Grab that motherfucker and turn him into the corner. Set back up your offense.
You just went out. You said what? Your offense?
I said grab that motherfucker, clinch him, turn him into the corner, back up and reset, and continue with your offense.
Oh no, that's true. That's so true. Just like Mike Tyson say, shit changed when you get hit in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
All that logical shit go out the window after a while.
Oh yeah. But I know, like me, I ain't never boxed, but I know me personally. If a motherfucker punch me in my face and I'm hurt, I'm grabbing this motherfucker.
True.
I ain't gonna have to worry. My coach.
But that's another thing. With a lot of people who never been in the ring, it takes a risk to grab somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're not throwing a punch. You're having both your arms open, and they can easily throw a quick combo if they fast like that and they paying attention to what the fuck you doing.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm gonna get knocked out grabbing your ass. I'm not gonna stand there and let you just go left and right and knock my teeth out. No, I'm grabbing you.
I'll feel you on that. It for sure works. It's a tactic for sure.
Maurice Hooker did pretty good against Jose Ramirez too. Now he was hitting with some
facts,
big
that's
shots.
What we saying. Facts.
Yeah, and he actually hurt Virgil Ortiz in that fight. He started backing him up at one point. So
yeah, I was about to say he had him stumble.
That was the third or fourth round.
Yep. So I got a question for Easy Work. What do you think about Virgil Ortiz calling out Terrence Crawford? Do you think that fight can happen next, or when do you think that fight can happen? And who do you think wins? I know some people say Virgil Ortiz is too young; he's not ready for Crawford. I heard some people say they think Virgil Ortiz can beat Crawford. Me, I'm going with Terrence Crawford. I agree with Easy Work. I think Terrence Crawford is number one pound for pound in the world. He's arguably one of the best fighters, in the world. Terrence Crawford showed us tremendous power in his last fight against Kell Brook. Terrence Crawford, 8 knockouts in a row. He knocked out everybody at welterweight. I'm gonna go with Crawford, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, but I'm gonna explain the reason why, because people gonna say, "Oh, you just going with Crawford because it's Crawford." No, you can tell. Even Maurice Hooker said it after the fight. He said, I don't know about him going after Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or nothing like that, because in my opinion, he's not going to beat Terrence Crawford nor Errol Spence. I think even I think he even has a chance of beating Hughes, but Virgil Ortiz Jr. is something special. He's a strong fighter. He can box and he can brawl, power in both hands. He throw everything from his hip, bro. Now, I'm a Keith Thurman fan. Y'all know that. He'll fuck Keith Thurman up right now. He'll fuck Sean Porter up, Danny Garcia up. Hughes, possibility, but Hughes a big welterweight. And he can stand there and go blow for blow too. So I know I can't see him beating Terrence. Terrence arsenal is too much, because I see 2 things that can whoop Virgil Ortiz's ass. A jab and a right hand, a 1-2, and also counter punching uppercuts. Counter punching. Maurice Hooker would not throw a jab right hand. If he would have threw that, he would have probably knocked Virgil Ortiz Jr. out. No feints, no nothing. He was playing with his jab. He didn't throw a jab, counter with an uppercut. When Virgil Ortiz really game plan was coming in close, why wasn't he throwing uppercuts? Terrence Crawford is going to light his ass up like a Christmas tree right now. But Terrence don't need to fight him because he's not going to get any credit for it. They're going to say he too young. Like you said, he too young. He wasn't seasoned enough. But Virgil Ortiz is a threat. He is a threat. He just not ready for Crawford yet, or Spence. Spence going to walk his ass down and brutalize him. He going to keep putting that jab in his mouth and body punch him. One thing about Spence that's great with him, Spence controls distance great. He controls that distance, man. You think about it. The only people you ever seen him really like, that guy that I don't know what he looked. He looked like he was African or Haitian or something like that. The only reason he called Errol Spence was up close with him, opening up. Sean Porter only called him because he was up close. You're not gonna beat Errol Spence with fighting from outside. If you ain't willing to come in and attack, you will never beat him.
I believe Terrence could, because Terrence can use his angles and switch stances.
Terrence could, but most welterweights out there ain't gonna beat that boy.
Agreed.
Keith Thurman may beat him because Keith Thurman can move off angles.
But I don't think Keith Thurman got a strong enough chin. Especially if you go to the body. He's shown that enough. He got a weak body.
I don't know. I can't not just saying that because I see more than that. Keith Thurman got heart.
No, that's true. That's true.
He got a good, in my opinion. I've seen him in some fights. In my opinion, he got an okay chin. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really a 50-50 fight there.
But have we seen him against someone who can punch at Spence level, power wise? I mean, the Danny Garcia, but Danny Garcia, we've seen that against Spence. He's slower.
We really can't say punch at Spence level right now because Spence ain't been knocking nobody out.
Nah, not these type of welterweights, nah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't really say that about Spence level.
Well, let me ask you this then. Does Keith have more punching power and quickness than Danny Garcia? I believe he's faster, but I don't think he's stronger than Danny Garcia.
I can't determine that. I really can't say. I'm just looking from the outside. I would say Danny probably does have more power than Keith, because Keith said it himself that Danny fucked his whole game plan up after the third round when he felt his power.
Yeah.
So I'll say Danny probably, you know what I'm saying, got them hands. He got them brick masons.
Right. Yeah, I think Spence's power is overrated, to be honest, man. Like, I mean, when was the last time Earl Spence got a knockout? You know, his last 3 fights, he went the distance.
I think so, bro.
It's been a long time.
And that when Earl Spence was younger. Now, that was about 4 years ago. Now, Earl Spence is not the same fighter that he once was. Now, when you think about Earl Spence struggling to make 147, I think that plays a factor in why he's not getting those knockouts. I don't think he's fully hydrated at 147. You know, keep in mind, Earl Spence, in between fights, he blows up to damn near 200 pounds. And he's struggling to make 147. So I think that's taking a lot out of Earl Spence, out of his performance. This is why he's not getting those knockouts. And now Terrence Crawford at 147, he's more hydrated. Terrence Crawford doesn't struggle to make 147. So I think at 147 right now, Terrence Crawford is actually the stronger fighter.
Terrence man, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm not saying it because Terrence gonna wear him out, man.
What'd you say, Primo? I agree with Easy.
No, I'm just saying I don't know. Only because I haven't seen Terrence Crawford at 147 against a fighter even at the level right below Spence, which would be a Sean Porter. I haven't seen anybody really test his chin for him.
They don't want to face him though, Primo. You got to think about it. Keith Thurman
I feel you on that.
He asked for $10 million to face Terrence Crawford, and this is off a video. He asked for $10 million. Now Sean Porter turned down $2 million.
Wait, who asked for $10 million?
Keith Thurman asked for $10 million to fight during the pandemic.
Right. Yeah, he did some ducking ass.
Bob Arum said he overpriced himself. Yeah, I know this.
Overpriced himself, exactly. On some bullshit. That's my dog, but he did some duck shit.
Yeah, and also now we got Sean Porter turning down $2 million to fight Terrence Crawford. Sean Porter won't even activate.
That's some bullshit, though.
Yeah, Sean Porter took $2 million to fight Earl Spence on a pay-per-view while he was the champion.
With a title.
With a title. He was the champion, and he took the $2 million on pay-per-view. Now, on top of it, he's not even. This is during the pandemic. So you got $2 million when we wasn't in the pandemic. Now you get that same $2 million during the pandemic and you turn it down. And Sean Porter won't even activate his mandatory position in the WBO to face Crawford. Why Sean Porter won't activate?
You gotta look at it in Sean perspective.
Also with no title. He has no title right now.
Right.
He has title fight. Look at it in his perspective. Let me say one point.
He's at all hot.
One more point I'm missing. Now he gets a shot at a title shot, a shot at the number 1 pound for pound. This is a legacy fight for Sean Porter, and he don't want it.
Hear me out, man. Hear me out. You got to look at it at all perspectives. He got how many losses?
He got about 3.
Exactly. He's fought top fighters within his last 5 fights. Besides what Sebastian Formella or something, or Fundor or some shit like that.
Formella, that was
yeah, Formella. But either way, if he loses again, that he basically easily becoming a gatekeeper after that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if they were to give him 3.5, which is nothing, let's look at what Teofimo bid himself for. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's the champ, Bro got how many fights even? Wouldn't even give Lomachenko a rematch? Sean Porter is worth at least 3.5 mil. That ain't nothing.
So why he didn't get that? Why he didn't get that again? It ain't nothing. But why he never got that before then?
I agree.
Because it was the same team against the same team. It was an in-house fight. Quick matchup fight.
Pandemic, bro. This is a pandemic. He's not a champion. You get a shot at fighting the best, and he won't step up. Sean Porter is ducking Crawford, bro. That's exactly what's going. Crawford would knock him the fuck out. Now he should have 4 losses.
I agree. I don't think he's
Sean Porter should have 4 losses because Ugas beat him too. Let's be real.
Oh no, I agree. Facts. Seen that shit live.
I'll say this, you know, with Sean Porter's situation, Sean Porter is such an exciting fighter. He's worth every penny he wants. But at the same time, this is a pandemic, Sean Porter. You fought Errol Spence with a title for the same amount of money. You no longer have a title.
But they had crowds in attendance too.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, what's the problem with you fighting to gain a belt and, like Hmoney said, get pound for pound status? What's the problem?
He know he can't beat him. He know he can't beat him easy. That's the problem.
All of them know that. That's why they not saying they don't know they can't beat him, but they know that it's a chance that he can beat them. That's their mind frame. I'm not gonna disrespect any of them and say that they scared of them or anything. These dudes fight people their whole life, but they know that there's a chance that I can lose to this guy. I need to get paid, and just say that. I'd rather them just come out and say that.
This is a business and entertainment. They ain't finna just say that.
You know what I'm saying? But we know what it is, but we gotta keep hearing all this bullshit and rhetoric going
That's
around.
the shit I hate, bro. This drama.
Yeah, it's becoming a soap opera, bro, like wrestling.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell you, bro. That's like basically what it is.
They're trying to win Instagram titles, Twitter titles. No, winning the belts inside the ring. We don't want to keep hearing all this gossiping ass whole shit.
Like I said, bro, for them to get in position to get a title fight, for them to get in position like Errol Spence, for them to get in position just to get another third fucking belt, bro, it ain't easy. You got to do a lot of shit behind closed doors.
Well, Errol Spence can get a shot at a third belt by fighting Terrence Crawford. You know, all he got to do is make this fight happen. All he got to do is stop running. Yeah, because he could have been faced Terrence Crawford a long time ago. And Errol Spence been ducking Crawford, man. You know what I mean? He said 60-40, but you gave Mikey Garcia a 50-50 split. You know what I mean? And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he gave Mikey Garcia a 50-50 split. And Mikey Garcia wasn't a champion. Mikey Garcia didn't do anything at welterweight. So all these Errol Spence fanboys saying, oh, what has Terrence Crawford done at welterweight? He's a fucking champion. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Easy. Go ahead.
No. I'm listening to you, my brother. Preach to the public. Let us know. Inform us. Yes.
It's just you know, it's obvious that Errol Spence has been avoiding Terrence Crawford because his whole argument and you know his fanboys' argument is what has Crawford done at welterweight? He's a champion. You know, Mikey Garcia wasn't even a champion. Mikey Garcia didn't even have a fight at welterweight, and you gave him a 50-50 split. But when it comes to Terrence Crawford, you say you want to give him 20%, then you say 30%, then 40%.
Also, this Terrence has stopped everybody since he's been at welterweight.
Hey, shout out to Rebel Life. Rebel Life in the comment section. Man, he got a great channel too. Shout out to Rebel Life Boxing.
Oh, yeah. Rebel, what's up, Richard, bro? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button. Got Hmoney on with me. Primo. We going in, man. Hey, I got a question I got to ask y'all. A lot of people be like, I'm wrong when I say this shit. Do y'all think Danny Garcia is a gatekeeper?
At 147, yes.
Yes. That's what I
think. Anybody at welterweight, bro. And then there you go. Errol Spence fanboys. What has Terrence Crawford done at welterweight? What the fuck did Mikey Garcia do what did Danny Garcia do at welterweight? Wait. No, I got a question. What did Danny Garcia do at welterweight?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. He was just
But
going
they
off his
give him,
resume.
he gets an opportunity to fight. And matter of fact, I
But
think he
no
got
way, big
45.
dog.
He,
You
he
real
got
passionate.
45
I
this week.
get you.
Go
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying? But
That boy got
recently, Akram Barak, they asked Terrence Crawford, "Hey, if Errol Spence lowers the little ratio from 64 to 50-50, would you take it?" Terrence Crawford said, "Man, I don't even know, man. I ain't playing games. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know. Take the 50-50. What
They
are you
never
talking
offered
about?"
him 50-50, bro.
Bro, this just happened like 2 days ago. I
What
promise you.
happened 2 days ago? Did
Akram
they
Barak,
offer?
the like commentators of the Zone, they asked him. It was an interview. They asked him. It's on their little Instagram page or whatever the case. This man, bro, he's been. I don't want to say ducking, but he's been denying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Errol Smith does what he has to do to please you, will you make the fight happen, man? I don't even know, man. That shit done to
Bro,
me,
did they
man.
send
That
him an
shit.
offer
Like, why
or a
are you
term
playing
sheet?
games now?
Did Earl Spence send him an offer or a term sheet?
Say it again.
Did Earl Spence send Terrence Crawford an offer? Yes or no?
I'm not sure about that. That's not
No.
what I was even
He
saying.
didn't send him shit. So all that is hearsay. Now, when Earl Spence goes around saying, I'm going to give Terrence Crawford only 20%, I'm going to give him 30%, he's been ducking this whole time saying, I'm going to take.
Wait,
Yeah,
when was the last time
I'm
he
gonna take
said
the
that
easy.
though?
Well, let me finish, bro. If Earl Spence been saying I'm gonna take the easy route to avoid Terrence Crawford, nobody had nothing to say. Once Terrence Crawford start playing the same game that Spence been doing, now people got a problem with it.
yeah, exactly. That's a good point. What about when they were standing face to face and he asked him, "What's up? Come fight me." He said, "Why wouldn't I go the easier route and go knock Sean Porter out and take his title?" Nobody ain't saying nothing about it, but come on now. That's a great point, H man.
Exactly, bro. And
No,
shit,
I
I
see
remember
what you're
Sugar Ray
saying, but
Leonard.
I was talking in the aspect of if y'all trying to get the fight made, period. Like
Yeah,
fuck
you gotta
what's
send the
happening in the
offer.
past. We
They
talking
gotta send the
about
offer if they want to make the
the
fight.
present.
Tell them to send the term sheet. Where's the term sheet? Where's the offer from Earl Spence 50-50? Where is it?
What about when they asked him about fighting Terrence Crawford again after I can't think his last fight, and
Dan Garcia?
Errol Spence said he want to go home on his ranch and ride horses.
Oh yeah, you love bringing that one up, easy.
Oh,
He's
you
at.
know I got to bring it up. I got to.
Hey, no, I feel you.
He's
But
ducking, bro. Like I said, I remember when Sugar Ray Leonard was ducking Marvin Hagler for years. Sugar Ray
Aaron
Leonard,
Pryor,
yeah, and Aaron Pryor, Sugar Ray was ducking. And I remember when then all of a sudden Sugar Ray says, I want to fight Hagler now. And Hagler was like, now, guess what? Now I don't want to fight him. You know what I mean? But he ended up fighting him. But guess what? He gave Sugar Ray Leonard a taste of his own medicine because Sugar Ray ducked him for 5 straight years. And then when Sugar Ray finally decided to fight him after Hagler was in wars with Thomas Hearns and John the Beast Mugabe, then he wanted to fight him, right? But then Hagler was like, you know what? Now I'm gonna start playing games with him. Maybe that's what Terrence Crawford is doing. You know what I mean? I'm not sure, but I know one thing: Terrence Crawford has never received the offer to face Earl Spence, and I know Terrence Crawford was at Earl Spence's last fight against Danny Garcia, and he wants that fight. And I know that Earl Spence, when he was at the Canelo fight against Canelo versus Colin Smith, they asked him about fighting Terrence Crawford, and guess what? Earl Spence said. He said, I don't have to fight Terrence Crawford. I can move up and fight Canelo Alvarez. And he was laughing about it.
that was his duck move. He wanted to go run up behind Errol Spence Jr. wanted to fight Canelo so he can duck. He was gonna try to do the Kell Brook move. He was gonna try to go up, get beat by Canelo, and then when he come down and get his ass whooped by Terrence, they were gonna say, "Oh, it was because he went up there and got his ass whooped by Canelo Alvarez."
like I said, bro, it's all the game. Errol Spence played his cards right. Terrence didn't.
What card? How did he play his cards right? What did he
Bro,
do?
he put himself in position to get 3 belts. Terrence still got 1. That's what it
3
is.
belts? He got 2 belts.
In the position to possibly get 3 belts. He's about to face Ugas next, right or
But
wrong.
Crawford Ben did that at 140. Crawford was
That's
undisputed.
140. He
Yeah.
came to another division
He's
while
a
Errol
champion in
Spence
3
was already in
different
that
weight
division.
classes. What has Spence did? Spence ain't he a champion in 1 weight class.
That's true, but all those fighters he's collected those belts from or about.
That's the same thing with Marvin Hagler, if you want to use that other analogy.
But guess what? Hagler was retired at 32 years old.
But he
That's
stayed
why
in
he
the
never
same weight
moved up.
class, yes or
No,
no?
but guess what? Marvin Hagler retired at
Bro,
32
you
years old. Earl
emotional.
Spence is
That's
32.
wild.
He's been in the game. To Earl
So
Spence gonna be in the game longer. Let me speak. Earl Spence gonna be in the sport longer than Marvin Hagler. If Hagler stayed longer, he would have moved up in weight, but he retired at 32. But you don't want to say nothing about that. What about
Bro, like I
Earl
said
Spence?
earlier, it goes back
What
to the
about Earl Spence?
politics
Well,
behind
no, what
boxing.
about
You don't
Earl
know
Spence
about that.
starting
Got
off his career
biased.
at 154? Hold up. Earl Spence started off at 154, and then he dropped down to 147. And Hagler didn't do that. Hagler started off at 160. He didn't have to drop down to
one
154.
thing when it comes to Errol Spence and how he collects his titles, we must understand that the people he's getting these titles from are with Al Haymon. So it's easier for him to collect those titles. That's
Yes,
one thing.
Exactly, because they on his
yes,
side.
easy. Earl Spence been at welterweight his whole career, so he should have more belts at welterweight. You've been there forever. Terrence Crawford been in 3 different weight classes. So Terrence Crawford he only had 4 fights at welterweight, where Earl Spence, most of his fights was at welterweight, and then it was at 154. So that's why he got more belts, because he been there longer. Easy. Debunked.
Terrence had about 5-6 fights at welterweight, but he done knocked every last one of the ass out. He done knocked every last one of them.
Were they top 10 ranked?
With top 10? I mean,
Yeah, were they top 10 welterweights?
I mean, top 10 or not, coming from 140, moving up. When you're 140 pound, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Primo. You know what I'm saying? You're saying they're not top 10, but when you moving up from 140, and since you've been there, you have stopped every opponent. I mean,
I'm not taking nothing away from Crawford.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Crawford only had 4 fights at welterweight. Well, while Earl Spence been at welterweight his whole career. He only got 2 belts. Crawford only been at welterweight for 4 fights. He got 1 belt. So only thing Spence got on him is 1 belt, and he been there way longer. Damn near your whole career, and all you got is 1 belt up on Terrence Crawford. Come on, man.
The only thing I will say is that.
Well, why are you saying it like that? He got to build up his career before he can even.
He only got 1 more belt at welterweight than Crawford. He been there longer. If Crawford would have been at welterweight his whole career,
him being there longer has nothing to do
Crawford would
with.
have had way more.
His
He only
career
had 1
before he can get a
unification
title
bout
shot.
in his whole career, bro.
When it comes to who's the best welterweight, I have to give it to Errol, just like I gave it to Keith, because he has 2 titles. But I'm not saying that he is a better fighter, nor is he pound for pound over
I ain't saying that either.
But no, I didn't say that. But I'm just saying. But right now, Errol is number 1 at welterweight as far as on rankings and a list, because he has 2 titles. Just because
he's been there longer. That's the only reason, because he's been there longer.
I mean that too, but it's basically because to me he has 2 titles. If he was to lose them 2 titles, then he ain't the head honcho no more.
Let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying? But right now,
if he came,
like when Keith had him, Keith was the dog. Errol got him. Right now, he the dog at welterweight. Just gotta get them belts took, or somebody gotta come dethrone him.
Let me ask you this, Hmoney. You say he came at 154, had a couple fights at 154, then campaigned at a ranked division, which is 147. He asked to build his career at 147. You get a title shot. You get that title. He got the fences. Get another title. It's not like he had Lomachenko to where he had multiple damn fucking, or not multiple, but hundreds of fucking fights in the amateurs, and he got a golden medal. I mean, not a golden. He got an Olympic medal. I don't think it's a gold.
Yeah, of course he don't have a gold. He got a bronze medal.
Right, but it take time to build that up, and just like you said, this is only division. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you mean, saying this is the only division he been at, but
he 30 now.
He been there that long. He still ain't cleaned out his whole division, and he been there forever.
He 30
When
now.
did he turn pro? What, 22?
No,
that nigga pro.
He's probably about 21, 20.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I'm just looking at the perspectives now.
Yeah, he been a pro a minute at one division that he should not be even be in.
Yeah. He ain't embarrassing as Jared Hurd. That nigga definitely don't need to be in the 154.
Oh, I got another one for y'all. What's up with Jerron Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets? What y'all feel about that, man?
That's a good test to me, but I feel like he finna knock that motherfucker out.
I think that's a cherry pick gonna go wrong.
I don't think so.
I think
Lipinet's a dog, but
that's gonna go wrong.
Nah,
Jerron
man,
Ennis is
he's
like
gonna whip his
he's a
ass, bro.
special talent.
I seen Lipinets in his last fight. I thought he almost lost that fight. To be honest, it was
Yeah.
some dude, yeah, random dude that actually was outboxing Lipinets. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ennis on this one. Even though, like Easy said, Ennis he hasn't really been in there with the best competition. I think
No,
Lipinets is good, but Lipinets is I think he started off at 140, and Gerard Ennis is a big
I think he
welterweight.
did.
Ennis
yeah.
is way bigger than him, bro. Ennis is gonna punish him.
And it's a 154 pounder, 160 pounder for real, like Aaron. That's what I'm saying. They looking at it, reach advantage, height advantage, all that shit,
I
and they
don't
running
know,
up on,
man.
and they running up on the boy. You understand? And I
Because let
think
me
that
ask you
the
this
boy
though.
that actually going out there trying to give it his all. Because beating Jerron Ennis, you know what I'm saying? They should make Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Jerron Ennis fight.
Facts. Or Rashida Ellis in the mix. But let me ask you this,
Right.
Easy, because you was talking about Maurice Hooker, he wasn't athletic. But let me ask you, have you ever had to cut weight?
No, I'm
That
not.
motherfucker ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I know he different because he grew up boxing, so it's a little different looking at it like that. But cutting weight ain't easy. So if you can make that weight, you said, hey, all glory to you. That shit is hard to do, bro. I mean,
We've seen a lot of fighters that cut weight and still come out and have athleticism, right?
yeah, but that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they could do one more weight class and they won't have shit. No type of power, lose a little inch of speed, no energy.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I feel what you're saying.
But damn, I'm not taking away what you're saying either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like since he's been doing it so long, his body hasn't naturally grown to like a grown man type body. You know what I mean? He hasn't allowed himself to just freely grow. You know, since he's always been training constantly and fighting.
You
So
mean
he's
Jerron?
probably yeah, Duran. So he's probably naturally at that, but his body grew to a level of him being taller with a longer reach.
What y'all feel about Ryan Garcia being mandated to fight Javier Fortuna?
Beautiful. Let's see it. Let's make it happen. Even though he
Guys,
might, I feel like he might duck and try and fight like a Lee Shelby or some shit.
he's gonna duck. If Ryan duck this, man, just gonna retire and just gonna go watch. I mean, be an Instagram model or some shit. Start acting or something, bro. Because you don't want to fight Devin Haney. You the mandatory for this man title. You're scared. You don't want no parts of him. You keep telling me I'm gonna fight him down the road. What is down the road?
Yeah, I agree with Easy, man. You know, first of all, Ryan Garcia, he fought against Luke Campbell to become the mandatory to face Devin Haney for the WBC world title. And once he becomes the mandatory, now you don't want to fight Devin Haney. You want to fight everybody else. You want to talk
Right.
about fighting Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, Tank, who don't even have a fucking belt. You on the same network with Devin Haney. You're as mandatory for his belt, and you clearly ducking this man to the whole world. So Ryan
Sad.
Garcia, you know what I mean? I'm disappointed in him. He should make that Devin Haney fight the fight that everybody wants to see. But you know, Devin Haney is in a similar position to Terrence Crawford, where even his mandatories don't even want to fight him.
Yeah, that's true. With I ain't gonna lie now. With honestly, Hmoney, I feel like he ain't want to fight Javier Fortuna, but the big guys at 135, the names, they don't want no parts of that thing.
Who don't want to fight Javier Fortuna?
I think that Devin Haney, I don't know why he won't fight Javier Fortuna, why he never took up that fight.
Well, he actually been wanting to take that fight, but his promoter Sampson admitted it even on the Boxing Voice. You know that they ducked Devin Haney. It's a video I can send it to you where they admitted that Devin Haney was calling out for that fight since Devin Haney was on Showbox, and the Javier Fortuna tried to go fight against Luke Campbell, and Devin Haney petitioned to face Javier Fortuna. So Javier Fortuna been the one ducking Devin Haney, bro. He been calling out Fortuna. So guess what? Who has Javier Fortuna even beat for people to think that he's such a dog? Last time I checked, Javier Fortuna got knocked out by Jason Sosa, and he got beat up by Adrian Granados, and he quit in that fight and faked the injury. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Sosa, he really just fell out the ring and got.
No, he got knocked, bro. I watched the fight. He got knocked. He got hit with a left hook, and he got knocked out. He got stopped.
We didn't see, you know, there ain't no chance that we know it's a possible. You know, I understand what you're saying, but it's a possibility.
He got stopped, bro. And now he lost all his big fights. He lost to Robert Easter. You know what I mean? So Javier Fortuna, bro, he got to step his game up. He lost that fight to Robert Easter.
A lot of people feel like he won that fight. I watched that fight.
I mean, a lot of people thought Korobov beat Jamal Charlo as well. You know what I mean? So you know, a lot of people thought Lara beat Canelo. You know, you know how that goes.
Everybody had their opinion too. You know what they feel. You know.
Yeah. So with that being said, is that Javier Fortuna had an opportunity to face Devin Haney a while ago, but he wanted to go fight Luke Campbell. Now, like I said, it's a video on the Boxing Voice where Javier Fortuna's promoter Sampson admitted that they dug Devin Haney. You know, so Devin Haney calling out the Teofimo Lopez's and the top guys at lightweight, the Lomachenkos. You know, you think Devin Haney is scared of Fortuna, but he's willing to go. No, I'm just saying he's willing to go in there with Teofimo Lopez right now.
Let me say this. No, it's never that he is scared. No, Devin Haney is a hell of a fighter. I know what Devin Haney can do. Devin Haney, he on some more shit. He a good counterpuncher. I know what he about. It's just that right now, Javier Fortuna really doesn't have anything to offer. Javier Fortuna is not going to make Devin Haney look good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, high risk, low reward.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, he has nothing to offer.
He ain't no high risk, bro. He ain't beat nobody.
It ain't about him being scared, and then these dudes fight for a living. And I know he's not scared of no Javier Fortuna. But what I'm saying is, like, a guy sent me a message one day and said, you know, you have to understand his business. You know, I was like, fuck you, because you was dick riding the fighter. But and the actual side of it, you had to look at the business part of it. You are a brand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get to the top. And if I was a boxer, I wouldn't want to fight nobody who has nothing to offer me who a threat either. I'm just going to be real with you.
That's why I said high risk, low reward.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not about who he beat.
How is he a high risk? I'm just saying, who did he beat for him to be a high risk?
I just said it's not about who he beat. It's about the talent.
I'm just asking who he beat. That's all. Who's Javier Fortuna's best win? That's my only question.
I don't know. I'm gonna go on box right quick. I got the other screen up.
He ain't beat nobody that anybody know, bro. You know what I mean? And then he quit against Adrian Granados. He got knocked out by Jason Sosa. So you know what I mean? Not to take anything away from him, he had an opportunity to make that Devin Haney fight before, and they ducked. So his own promoter said it, bro.
Well, he beat Jesus Celiar.
Who?
Jesus Celiar.
Never heard.
Other than that, no, he don't really. He don't have no big names on his resume. No, he don't. Let me see.
Yeah, I think Ryan's going to knock out Javier Fortuna if they fight. I think Ryan knocks him out.
Ryan Garcia.
Hell yeah, Ryan way too big for him. Ryan about damn near 6 foot. Javier Fortuna about 5'6". Man, too big, bro.
Yeah,
it's a possibility that Ryan Garcia knocked a lot of motherfuckers out. That boy can punch. That left hook. The left hook ain't nothing to fuck with.
You're right. That left hook like a wilder right hand. His left hook like a wilder right hand, goddammit.
With that.
No, I said
no.
My bad.
Hey, Money. That's for sure though. Devin is gonna whoop his ass.
I want to see it, bro. Devin needs those big fights. Devin is, you know, he in a tough position like Terrence Crawford where nobody wants to fight him. Devin Haney is in a similar position to Demetrius Andrade where he got a belt and nobody want to fight him. Like Terrence Crawford got a belt. Nobody won a title shot, bro. Andrade got a belt. Nobody want to face him.
Teofimo don't want to fight Devin Haney. Teofimo gonna say some shit like this, my son. I really don't like that dude. I don't like Devin Haney. Well, if you don't like him, fight him then, goddamn.
That's why Teofimo Lopez, That's why he lost a lot of fans. Easy work, because a lot of fans don't like that.
I don't like that guy. Well, what's the fucking problem? Get in the ring and beat him. They even gonna bring it. They even got all their ass running, ducking up on the desk and shit. Tank don't even mention his name. I ain't never heard Tank mention Devin Haney's name.
Tank don't mention a lot of people's names.
Well, I forget. You know, Floyd them tell him to shut up and be quiet. Don't say nothing.
He says Ryan's name though. He would say Ryan Garcia's name for sure.
Yeah, they probably they weren't gonna make that fight either. They weren't gonna make that fight either. I feel that Ryan fucked up and shined light on the dog when he shouldn't have did that. Tank probably stole half his Instagram followers from him opening his stupid ass mouth for no reason. Knowing you not finna fight this goddamn man, but then you gonna say, I'm gonna set Tank to the side like you finna have a real deal fight with Manny Pacquiao. And you talking about an exhibition and you 22 years old and ain't never won a motherfucking title. Get your stupid ass out of here. He really want to go, you know what I'm saying, model underway and shit. That's what I think his love and passion is really at. He want to go talk to Puffy and them, model Sean John, if that shit still selling and shit. He don't want to fight for real.
So, Easy, I got a question. What do you think about Demetrius Andrade, his next fight against Dillian Williams? Now, I know you support Demetrius Andrade. You feel like he's one of the best in boxing. What do you think about this fight right here? Do you think he's in a dangerous fight, or do you think Andrade just schools him?
One, I don't really know even who the fuck he is, who this is fighting. I got to go in on my boy Demetrius Andrade. I've supported, I've showed much love, but I've been lately very pissed off with Demetrius Andrade because you set a light and you start a fire under somebody's ass. And then once everybody's hyped up about it, you disappear. You'll say you want to fight Charlo, and then when everybody's hyped up, you disappear. You're not pushing the fights. And then we have to look up on the zone, and we have to find you fighting some motherfucker that we don't even know. Now, I support you. I think you're a very talented fighter, but Demetrius Andrade got to do better as far as getting out there and pushing for the fights he say he wants. Stop getting on Twitter, stop getting on Instagram, making fucking videos, calling people trash, and then getting people hyped up, and then the next week you don't say nothing about the damn fight.
Well, to be honest with you, he did call out Charlo for years. Not just on Instagram. He went to Charlo's press conference. He been to Charlo's fight, and Jamar been ducking him. They sent offers to face Jamar Charlo.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you really want to fight, be consistent. Stay on their ass. Don't lift off because they got a fight coming up or you didn't get the fight. Show up to that fight. Get in the ring on that fight. Stay in their ass. That's what I'm saying. Make them fight you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he's been pushing for. The Charlo fight, but Charlo been ducking him. Yeah, they don't want to fight him, right? Triple G, right after Triple G's fight against Derevyanchenko, Andrade got in the ring. Andrade called out Triple G, got in the ring. They on the same network. Now, Billy Joe, that was supposed to be a fight for Andrade. They signed the contract. They had a date. They had a venue. They even had a press conference. And Billy Joe ended up testing positive for some type of steroid, and the fight got canceled. Now, Jaime Munguia was his mandatory in the WBO. Jaime Munguia doesn't even want to fight him. Now he got a new mandatory, Dillian Williams, who's been calling him out, talking plenty of shit about Andrade. And now Andrade is going to fight his mandatory. So, I'm just excited to watch him fight, to see him stay active, to be honest with you.
Something I ain't been liking, I've been seeing on Facebook on my little boxing channel my boxing page on Facebook. They keep saying about this Canelo Alvarez ducking black fighter shit. Now, I'm not a 100% fan of Canelo Alvarez, but where the fuck is people getting that shit from? He just fought Daniel Jacobs a minute ago.
But they talking about the style. They say he ducking a slick fighter. Like a slick black fighter, meaning a style like a Floyd Mayweather type of style, a style
Yeah,
like a Demetrius Andrade. The reason why he's getting his feedback is because people feel like he ducked Demetrius Andrade at
he did.
160 pounds. Right? Go
He
ahead.
did 154 and 160. Because matter of fact, Canelo was on his way to being undisputed. He had all 3 belts. The only thing he had to do was fight Demetrius Andrade for the WBO. He moved up. Canelo then did a lot of fucked up shit, but this ducking black fighter shit, he just fought a black fighter recently. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that. But yes, he done ducked Charlo. He done ducked he ducked both Charlo brothers. He ducked Demetrius Andrade. Even though I feel Laura beat him, but you know what I'm saying. Who else he ducked? It's one more name out there that he been running from. Now a lot of people say, I know somebody who really is ducking Canelo though. Caleb Plant is ducking Canelo Alvarez.
But I know Andre been calling for that smoke. You know, and Andre and Canelo, they could have had an undisputed fight, but Canelo waited until he got stripped for his IBF, and then he moved out the division to go face Sergey Kovalev, who a lot of people thought was washed up at that time. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Canelo should have fought Andre a long time ago. I think that's why he's getting this negative feedback. This is why Terrence Crawford called him out for ducking Andre. You know what I mean? So I agree. I think Canelo ducked Andrade. You know, I'm just being honest with people. So now I got one more question for you. So
Yes,
Demetrius Andrade, we know he can't find the fight at 160. We know Jamal Charlo ducked him. We know Canelo ducked him at 160 and Triple G and Jaime Munguia ducked him. So now should Andrade move up to 168 and call out David Benavidez? What do you think about David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade? How do you like that fight, and who do you think wins?
I think that Demetrius, that's a tough fight for Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade, that chin, baby, he a good fighter, but that chin, he chinning. He chinning. David Benavidez is something serious. He's a strong fighter. I think right now, that wouldn't be a good fight for Demetrius Andrade. Not out of the fact that I don't think he could beat him, but he should try to go and wait after Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo fight, and that way he can be in line up right then for one of them and go and get a title. And then, you know, eventually David Benavidez will be right up there as a mandatory. Then you see what I'm saying? But if I was him in the business side of it, David Benavidez, if I moved up to 168, would have nothing to offer me. But David Benavidez is the WBC mandatory, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
So that's a good fight for him to possibly take though. If he beat him, then he right there for a shot. And then he also, you know, he got that WBO title. That's another way he can get in the shot. So either way it go, he can win. So yeah, that'll be a good fight for him, but it's a dangerous fight for him.
Yeah, it should be, man. That's what he needs. He needs one of those type of fights. Like, you know, if Charlo gonna duck you, if Triple G ducked you, fight Benavidez. Benavidez acting like he want all the smoke. So I think a Benavidez fight should make sense.
Money, that's a good thing to bring that up because he need that. He need that. It ain't even about whether or not he got a title or anything to offer him. It's his name. And Demetrius Andrade need that.
Exactly. Fight the guy that everybody else is ducking. You know, 2 guys that's being avoided, 2 guys that been ducked by Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. I'm interested in that fight, man. And I heard Andrade in the past said that there's no point in fighting Benavidez because he don't have a belt. Well, fuck the belt. Do it for the name. You need that.
Charlo?
Say it again.
Which fighter said that? Charlo?
I think Andre said that. Somebody told me this. I didn't hear it come out of his mouth, but somebody told me that Andre said Benavidez don't have a belt.
That's some bullshit. If I hear that, I'm gonna go in on Demetrius Andrade. How the hell you gonna say that? And this man got a name. His name more known than yours, actually. The
Yeah, he
fuck are
should go
you
after
talking
that fight. I think that's a fight that people should talk about. To be honest with you,
the hell you gonna talk about? This man ain't got nothing to offer you. His name. That's the best thing he offering you.
and the
And
way
you ain't
the way how Benavidez been talking, it seemed like he welcomes all smoke. So I want to see, Andre call him out and let's see can they make a fight happen. I think both of these brothers they need a big fight. Why not fight each other? If Charlo is ducking Andre and if Charlo is ducking Benavidez, why not Andre versus Benavidez? That makes sense. Just like Canelo been ducking Andre, fight Benavidez, bro. You need that name. You need it for your legacy. So I want to see Andrade move up to 168 and call out Benavidez. That's what I'm pushing for.
yeah, that'll be a good fight for him. Yeah, the name, yeah. He need
Yo,
that type. He need
you good, my,
that,
my bad.
and that's a great way for them not to be able to say, "Oh, who is he fought? Who is he fought for me to give him a?" You see what I'm saying? If you go out there and you beat Dave Benavidez, that's the best name to set you up for a title shot at 168. You see what I'm saying? So that's a perfect
Exactly.
fight.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a perfect
Hey,
fight.
Rebel Life Boxing said, yeah, Andre gotta fight somebody, fam. Man, we got the perfect fighter, David Benavidez. That makes sense. Andre said he gonna move up to 168 anyway, so yeah, we got some smoke for you right there. We got a former champion right there for you with a big name.
That's steam now. That ain't smoke. That's steam now.
Mhm.
You got
Hell
some
yeah.
steam with his ass.
Yo, easy man. Thank you, man, for having me once again. Like I said, bro, you welcome on my platform. Shout out to Rebel Life Boxing. Yo, Rebel Life. Bill Haney actually watched your video that you made about Devin Haney the other day about the sparring with Devin Haney and I think the dude named Kid Austin. So man, shout out to Rebel Life Boxing. You made a good video right there, man. Appreciate it. Easy, man. Come through to the panel, man. You welcome anytime, my brother.
Yes, sir. I will do. I appreciate you coming on, Hmoney.
For sure, man. Appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Come check me out on Hmoney Boxing, man. Appreciate it on YouTube. Thank you, my brother. Peace.
All right, peace, bro. Yeah, man. We just on here chopping it up about this boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, it's getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot. We got Oscar De La Hoya saying he coming back. Keith Thurman coming back. We got a lot of potential fights coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of ducking going on in boxing. A lot of people don't want to do nothing. You know, Errol Spence, in my opinion, don't want to do nothing. Where is Gary Russell Jr.? Didn't they say Gary Russell Jr. had a fight coming up? Let me search this up. Do anybody know anything about Gary Russell Jr. having a fight that's supposed to be coming up soon? I don't see nothing about it now. But Gary Russell Jr., he got to do better, man. He got to do much better. I'd like to see him move up and fight Oscar Valdez. Move up to 130 and fight Oscar Valdez. Now, that's a dangerous fight for Gary Russell Jr. That's not going to be an easy fight for Gary Russell Jr. because Oscar Valdez ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm just going to say that straight up. He's a mini Virgil Ortiz. And you know what? I got to look up some film on this heavyweight I was watching today. Michael Moore, former heavyweight champion of the world, southpaw. He was a brutal southpaw, slick, quick. He was a great time southpaw. He threw punches from different angles and would catch the shit out of people. Michael Moore. He lost to George Foreman. I think he beat Evander Holyfield, if I ain't mistaken. He was a good fighter, man. He was a different type of southpaw. When I watched him today, I was looking at him and I was like, I ain't never seen a southpaw fighter fight like him. For him to be a heavyweight, to be slick like that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, if you watching, check out Michael Moore and some of his fights and just see if I'm tripping or not. And you tell me if you just see something different in him different than any other southpaw you ever saw. He fight, no. This is what it was. He fought like a heavyweight Marvin Hagler. Just check that out. Whenever y'all get a chance, look up Michael Moore, heavyweight champion. He fought like orthodox Marvin Hagler. That dude had skills. How he'll throw his jab just out of nowhere and just catch an opponent. You know what I'm saying? It was the way he would throw it. Just check him out for me, y'all. Just check him out. That boy was something serious. Let me go to Fight Hype right quick. See what's going on with something. Talk about it. Nobody want to hear about him, John. Oh, we got Terrence Crawford saying he over the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight. We were just talking about that. You know how we feel about that. You know how we feel about that. Also, something else I was thinking about today. I got to get more into UK boxing and other forms and areas of boxing, because you just can't say that you're a boxing channel when you only do it for the superstar boxers. Like female boxers, UK boxers, boxers from other countries. If you're going to make videos, you got to make videos about all these guys. And that's something that I have not been doing. And I'm going to start watching and getting to know these other fighters, man, and start posting more about these other guys on there and see what's going on. Because you can't really say you're a boxing channel if you don't have all forms of boxing on your channel. Now, one thing I want to talk about again is Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos Jr. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to knock out Kambosos Jr. I think that's an easy fight for him. No disrespect to the Kambosos Jr. fans, but I think his frame is too small. I don't think he's a strong enough puncher to knock out Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez is a bigger fighter. So I feel that Kambosos Jr. will eventually get stopped later on in the rounds. I don't see him really hurting Teofimo Lopez. Or Teofimo Lopez may stop Kambosos Jr. earlier than that, in my opinion. Teofimo Lopez is big as hell. He really need to be at 140. So I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked Kambosos Jr. the fuck out, y'all. I'm just being real with you. Now, Kambosos Jr. now is a talented fighter. He got skills and all that. But to me, his body frame, and to me, he looked like he a little feather-fisted. He ain't really proved his power against the when you move up a competition, you have to have, power. So going up against somebody, against, Teofimo Lopez, we'll just have to see. But right now, we don't know where his power is at. So I don't think he'll be able to stop Teofimo Lopez. Not saying that Teo can't be stopped, because we all know now that Teofimo was stopped by somebody in sparring. So, but we don't know if Kambosos Jr. can do that, is what I'm saying. Now we got Jake Paul. I don't give a fuck two damns about Jake Paul or who he boxing. I was talking about Jaron Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets, and I feel like that's a cherry pick that may go wrong for Jaron Ennis. I think they're looking at the height and reach advantage. And you never know what type of fighter may come out of Sergey Lipinets that night of the fight. Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. That's supposed to be coming up soon. I'm riding with Andy Ruiz just because of the fact fans say his power. The age of Chris Arreola, he should be retired by now. And like I said, Snoop Dogg, being involved in boxing now, that brings good time. That brings, shine and light to the sport of boxing. A lot of people who are fans of Snoop Dogg who probably don't care two damns about boxing, may just watch a video, watch a fight now, because the big dog has planted his feet in cement in the boxing game. And Triller, thank God for Triller. Hopefully we'll be able to get some fights that we want to see. I hope we do. For one, the fight that we all want to see, Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. But we need people like Triller who are willing to go out there and make these type of fights for us. Like I said, with Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders all day. Billy Joe Saunders is going to whoop that ass. That's if Billy Joe Saunders don't get caught taking a steroid or something again. For some reason, every time he finna get in a fight where he can lose, he get busted doing something. So I just want everybody don't get your hopes up and be sitting out here praying and thinking you're gonna see the fight. Primo, what's up with you, my brother? You back?
Yeah, I'm back, big dog.
What's going on? What you want to talk about, my brother?
Yo, so I seen on Instagram apparently Oscar De La Hoya's comeback fight may be against Juan Manuel Marquez. What you think about that?
Oh shit. Yeah. That's a good way to come back. Both of them, you know what I'm saying? Been gone for a minute, Oscar longer, but right. That's a good way to come in.
You think that's a good matchup? You think De La Hoya is too skilled to be against Marquez, or you think Marquez can hold his own?
Oh no, that's a 50-50. Marquez, he a combination puncher. Oscar combination puncher.
Yeah.
That's gonna that'll be a good fight to see. And Oscar older than Marquez, right?
Yeah. Also, Fernando Vargas has been calling out De La Hoya as well.
Oscar don't want to give the satisfaction of ever losing to him.
To Vargas?
Yeah.
Really?
When they first fought years ago, Oscar De La Hoya beat him, and he tried to, talk to him and offered him to come to a restaurant.
Oh, and no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I seen that shit.
Yeah, he ain't gonna fight him because Oscar never let him beat him.
Damn.
He'll never give him that satisfaction.
That's fucked up. It's fucked up because I really want to see De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins, but they've been fucking partners for so long with Golden Boy Promotions. I don't think that'll ever happen.
Bernard Hopkins headbutting ass.
Who you think would have won? Both of them in their prime. Him versus De La Hoya.
Somebody Bernard Hopkins versus Bernard won.
They didn't fight though, right? I know I ain't tripping.
Yeah, they fought.
Bernard and De La Hoya?
Yeah, he beat him with a body shot in the ninth round.
I'm tripping. Dang,
yeah,
bro, my history rusty then.
Yeah. For the championship, undisputed championship.
What weight class?
160.
Oh, damn.
They was up close. Bernard just threw some left hook. I guess it hit right up under the rear cage or something. That nigga Oscar had just dropped.
Let me say, what you think about Bernard Hopkins versus Magic Man, Antonio Tarver?
Right now?
Nah, prime. Fuck that old.
They fought.
No, they never fought. I know for a fact they didn't fight.
Oh, let me see. I think they did fight.
Nah, man, you got boxing right there, baby. Fact check me.
I think Hopkins beat Tarver. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they never fought. They did?
Yeah, it's highlights. It's highlights.
You capping.
No, I'm dead serious. June 2006. June 10th. I'm on my bone. Oh shit. I said I'm on on my mama's birthday.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Damn, who was it?
I'm looking at the highlights.
Oh no, I'm tripping. I didn't mean to say Antonio Tarver. I meant to say James Toney. I don't know why I got them mixed up.
Oh no, Jane Tony would have beat the shit out of Bernard Hopkins.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a great bout because Roy Jones Jr. went through James Toney like it was easy.
That was Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah,
Bernard Hopkins ain't no goddamn Roy Jones Jr.
that's facts. But he beat him in the cheating way the second fight.
I'm telling you, he was gonna tighten his ass up. He wasn't gonna be able to do that headbutt shit because of that shoulder roll. He was gonna get uppercutted all fucking night.
Facts.
What?
But one thing with Bernard Hopkins, he always adapt somehow, some way. Besides when he got older. Once he got older, it was different.
Yeah, with his head too.
Yeah.
Sean Porter do that headbutt and sneaker shit.
True. His shit just don't be as clean. He too short.
Yeah.
That's his downfall.
I watched him versus Adrian Broner. I was like, damn. I didn't even show his head, but
Exactly. And the only reason why it worked because they closer in height.
I couldn't take that headbutt shit.
Bro, that shit is out. That shit is much worse than a punch.
I was like, bro, have me a brick waiting in the corner. They like, for what? I like, because a bitch elbowed me.
Yo, speaking of bricks, Better Beef came out saying that Canelo actually never gave him a contract, but he'd be more than welcome to fight him. Canelo is not finna fight this man because, in my opinion, I feel like he throws bricks and Better Beef throws hammers. Hammers is breaking bricks all day.
Man, Canelo ain't finna run up on that boy.
Yeah, that man just too strong, bro. He needs to fight Bevo.
Canelo, did he relinquish that belt already for 175?
I think so.
He wouldn't dare run up there and fuck with that boy. Better Beef will beat the motherfucker. He'll beat that motherfucking orange hair out of his ass. You know how
I don't think he could throw that fight. It wouldn't even look.
You know how when Goku get his ass whooped when he was Super Saiyan, his hair turned back black.
I know exactly what you mean.
That's what Better Beef gonna do.
That should have been embarrassing.
That motherfucker gonna be laying there. He's not gonna be black.
I also seen on Akabarak, they asked Andre Ward if he were to come back, would he rather face Anthony Joshua or Canelo? Guess who he said?
Man, what did he say?
This nigga said Anthony Joshua. He was like, that's the way I would have to go out. I'm like, this nigga right here.
Before you get knocked out. Right?
Exactly. I'm like, I don't care what technical tactics you got. You 6 foot even. Going against 6'5".
Tap your ass.
Exactly. With that surprise knockdown. That boy was wide woke. Them eyes were spread open.
Andre need to get that shit. Andre Ward with him. That's why he probably won't fight Canelo because they did the same thing. Because you know Andre Ward collected 3 titles after he really lost to Sergey Kovalev, and he only had to fight Adonis Stevenson, and he retired.
Facts.
Yeah,
I really feel like that's why he retired because everybody else is bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Whether he were to go to cruiserweight or whatever the case, everybody else going for it is bigger, dangerous, more dangerous.
He's been running from Stevenson for years anyway.
Yeah, and he should have made that match with Triple G.
He ain't want them problems. Yeah, he ain't want them problems.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. Triple G wasn't trying to sign that contract.
Who that?
When it comes to Ward and Triple G wasn't trying to sign that contract. Ward said on ESPN one time that he was in negotiation with Golovkin. I think Golovkin said, "No, I'm straight. We good. We got other options in mind."
Yeah, he love to talk about who ducking them, but not who they ass ducking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Because you had all you needed was one more title to be undisputed. And Adonis Stevenson had the WBC title. This motherfucker said, Oh, I'm retiring for boxing. And you think you're supposed to be. See, a lot of people don't know that. But they just be something that's my that Andre Ward. I just be listening to them like, y'all need to get the fuck out of here kissing my ass. Y'all know that
Deep
boy
down, man.
ran and fucking retired.
That's true, though. I can't even be mad at you for saying that because that's true. But deep down, I'm wishing that every boxing fan got some type of boxing background because it takes a lot of guts just to step into that fucking ring, bro. Like, for real.
I understand that, but at the same time, that's why this channel. That's why everybody got a channel. It's the sport that we love, and we have a right to talk about it.
No, that's facts.
I ain't talking that's that. All I criticize them for. I don't know them personally. You know what I'm saying?
No, right. I know he was trying to stem his shit on his family and some more shit. This is the best way to go out, safe way to go out, and all that. But
I talk about nothing but boxing skills. But that there.
Let me ask you this: if you were to be a boxer, would you rather go on top, or would you rather go out knowing that you fought and faced the best? You know what I'm saying? Whether your record is 50-2 or 40-10.
Fighting the best.
For real? You won't want to go out 35-0?
No. I would never want to hear a motherfucker run around talking about somebody I ducked him.
But knowing damn well you only see your kids about 2 months out the year. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to face somebody back and forth. You would still risk it all. Knowing damn well you getting older and you on top. You know what I'm saying? You don't fall or nothing.
What's the point of you doing it if you ain't out there to prove that you that dude? And even though I never
to make a living.
Oh, you just saying this shit because you ain't never been punched in the face with no. I understand it, but at the same time, if I was,
I said to make a living. Some people don't do it for the love.
No, I'm just saying for a living or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what would be the point if I'm not gonna go out there and try to be the head honcho?
Did he not retire as the head honcho?
Huh?
I'm saying, did he not retire as the head honcho?
Who?
Andre Ward.
No. How the hell you retired the head honcho when you didn't leave without? You didn't retire. You didn't leave without a belt.
You talking about undisputed?
Yeah. Yeah, you head honcho. You ain't head honcho. You just a nigga that left with 3 titles.
I see what you mean.
When you get them 4 of them guys, you are that man, bro. I don't give a fuck if you go get 3 belts and your ass jump to another weight class and get another 3 belts and another weight class get another. That ain't shit. That mean whatever nigga that was up there had that 1 belt, you didn't want no part
of. That's Canelo's career right there. Then if that's the case,
exactly. So this pound for pound shit, is amazing to me. But okay.
Because he ain't unified at one time, he ain't unified at one time, right? Get all the belts in a division.
He didn't unified before, but he ain't never been undisputed.
Well, yeah, undisputed.
This motherfucker got almost 60 fights.
Exactly. Embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I heard that he's trying to get the most titles. Man, how did that shit go? The most titles in boxing history or some shit like that. He got 10, which he tied with Mayweather or something like that. No, I think Mayweather got 11, so he's trying to get 12. That's why I'm like, that's dumb.
They just gonna try.
And it's just individual titles. You know how it's 4 fucking belts each weight class.
That's just gonna be their one way of trying to say that Canelo was better than Floyd.
Exactly. Just like with LeBron and Jordan, even though I know you don't watch.
Like Manny Pacquiao, 8 division champion, still don't mean nothing. If Floyd was in them 8 divisions, his ass wouldn't have made it. So,
Most likely that shit
off. And stop being mad and racist because that man got his ass whooped. It is what it is. He lost.
I'd be just fanboy talking. I want to see a rematch.
Man, Floyd ain't gonna rematch shit. Floyd didn't even want to fight Manny Pacquiao. He had to recuperate that goddamn money.
Facts. I wouldn't be surprised with this comeback for Oscar De La Hoya if Mayweather ended up fighting him in an exhibition or some shit. I would not be surprised as a rematch. I would not be surprised because that's one so-called controversial win on Mayweather's side that he didn't give a rematch. All due to him because, you know what I'm saying, he took the lower money and all of that. You know what I mean? And he felt like he won decisively. So
I would have gave Oscar De La Hoya a rematch. You're going to put me in some bigger gloves and shit, and you think I'm finna? Hell no. No.
You said in some billy clubs?
No, he put him in some big-ass gloves.
Oh.
He had him in, I think he had him in 10-ounce gloves. Go look at that fight. You ain't know that?
No, I thought you said billy clubs. That's why I'm like, huh?
No, I'm saying you didn't know that, though, that he had him in some 10-ounce gloves.
No, I heard there was some glove controversy with it, that it didn't go Mayweather's way when it comes to the contract.
When you get a chance, go back and watch that fight and look at the glove there.
But I mean, 10 to 8 ounces, that ain't that big a difference.
But it's still, how the fuck you gonna decide what gloves I wear? Why don't you give me a fair shake?
Because he was the A side.
Fuck that. Okay then. So when I whoop your ass, I'm the A side, and I ain't gonna fight you. Get the fuck out
Right,
my
exactly.
face.
That's what happened. That's why he didn't give no rematch.
Yeah, get the fuck out my face. I'm retiring, bitch. I ain't got nothing for you. That's some coward shit. Well, put a cape on me. I'm a super coward. Because you ain't getting no fight.
Yeah.
How you love that? That's why he can't stand. That's exactly why he can't stand Floyd.
Hey, yo, easy though. When you gonna drop a live about this truth? That's what I really been trying to hit you on. I actually even started to ask for your number, but I don't know. Chan, what I said at one time about this private chat, I don't know where the fuck that's at.
I don't know. Your chain, but I didn't know how to do all that shit.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do that, but I for sure to
I
give
don't
you
know
your
how to
number.
do it yet.
I gotta catch you up to speed.
Just send me. I'm gonna get your email address, man, and then I'll send it to you through there. You know what I'm saying? Just leave
That's too
time.
easy. For sure, that's too easy, man.
And I'll get in touch with you like that, bro.
That's what's up, man. That way I can also tune in when you're on your live. I get the notification, but sometimes that should be late. And I'd be like, you're already on the channel with other people. I'll let them have their time.
You know, there's a lot of UK people dogging the fuck out of Carl Froch, saying that he ain't shit and he used to cheat and shit.
UK people, nah.
Yeah. Look up Carl Froch and loaded gloves and cheating and shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot. They've been on Carl Froch ass for years. I ain't know that. I seen a dude make a video recently talking about how he said he used to send goons to people's rooms, telling them that they gonna go down in the 5th round, all types of shit.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But see, that goes with the politics of boxing. And that's the shit that I be hating. Because sometimes they let certain people get away with certain shit.
And if murdering motherfucker didn't send you to prison, Carl Froch would literally murder Andre Ward. He can't stand Andre Ward.
Facts.
I'm talking about, I think he literally dreamed about killing Andre Ward.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what the fuck going on with that rivalry.
Them
He
niggas
just not better.
22 years ago. And to this day, if you ask him like, hey.
I don't know about that long, but yeah.
No, I'm just over-exaggerating. I'm being funny. He said, hey, Carl Froch, how do you feel about Andre Ward? Andre Ward is a shit. He's nothing. He's nothing. He's nothing to me. You know, why even ask me about?
I ain't never heard him say nothing positive about him. That's
he ain't got shit good to say about Andre Ward.
Him or George Groves. He don't fuck with George Groves like that for real either.
George Groves, yeah.
They had a little rivalry going on too.
One thing about them UK fighters, man, they can talk that shit real well, bro.
Yeah.
They talk that cash shit.
I would just say it's them European fighters because Conor McGregor, he under that same shit. You know what I'm saying? But he Irish.
They be on some other shit, Tom.
Facts. Because of that accent, just like Jamaicans, they get away with that shit. Sounds so appealing, I guess you could say.
But man, time me gonna get off this one,
Yeah, I was
man.
about to say you about to log off.
Yeah, man, been on this one a long time, man. I'm gonna get back on probably later on. I ain't sure, but I appreciate you coming on, Primo, man.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm gonna tune in the future.
Okay, bro.
You do your thing, easy. I'm out of here.
All right, bro. And once again, man, I thank y'all for tuning in. You know, gotta give a shout out to Hmoney. Gotta give a shout out to Primo. Chain with Ice. You know, he ain't come on. You know, but as usual, you know, shout out to Chain with Ice and everybody for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You know, please hit the notification bell and stay tuned to Easy Work Boxing. I'm gonna keep all type of videos coming, man. It's Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.